and welcome to Prelim Specific Current Affairs Booster Program. Let's start the first issue, that is your Vikram Sarabhai. This personality is very important because ISRO and Department of Atomic Energy are conducting various events at national level in a year-long program to commemorate the 100th birth anniversary of Dr. Vikram Sarabhai. So in that point of view, this issue is very important. So in that light, we'll discuss about Vikram Sarabhai and his contributions, and also about Department of Atomic Energy. And regarding ISRO, you are a little bit aware about that, so not much required. So we'll discuss. ISRO has recently announced the Vikram Sarabhai Journalism Award in Space Science, Technology and Research. About Vikram Sarabhai and his contributions. Vikram Sarabhai was born on August 12, 1919. Sarabhai was instrumental in forming India's future in astronomy and setting up the country's space research facilities. So actually in 1962, basing on his persuasion, the Indian government agreed to set up the Indian National Committee for Space Research, which is also known as INCOSPAR, and later in 1969 this INCOSPAR was superseded by your ISRO, and which was previously known as INCOSPAR. Now after 1969 it is known as ISRO. Sarabhai was the first chairman of the committee. The INCOSPAR was restructured and renamed as Indian Space Research Organization in 1969. So guys, remember that Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam was amongst the initial team of rocket engineers forming the INCOSPAR previously. Sarabhai founded the Physical Research Laboratory in Ahmedabad in the year 1947. The laboratory started its operation from retreat Sarabhai's residence in Ahmedabad. Its first topic of research was cosmic rays. What are cosmic rays? Actually guys, cosmic rays are high energy protons and atomic nuclei which move through space at nearly the speed of light. So actually that time cosmic rays are much more famous in research field, especially physics. So Sarabhai kept his much more interest in cosmic rays, and these cosmic rays actually originate from the sun, from outside the solar system as well, and from distant galaxies as well. Sarabhai also set up India's first rocket launch site in Thumba, which is a small village near the Thiruvananthapuram airport in Kerala. Sarabhai was also responsible for bringing cable television to India. His constant contact with NASA paved a way for the establishment of satellite instrumental television experiment, that is SITE, in 1975. So that's why lots of contributions are there. So Sarabhai is very important from prelims and mains point of view. And if you guys are coming from science background, in interview it is also important because 100th birth anniversary is there. Sarabhai was the mastermind behind building India's first satellite, that is Aryabhata. Sarabhai was one of the founding members of Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad. Vikram Sarabhai received Padma Bhushan in 1966 for his contribution to India's progress. He was also awarded the Padma Vibhushan in 1972 posthumously or after death. He was never awarded with Bharat Ratna or Nobel Prize, just like your Dr. C.V. Raman. And let's discuss about Department of Atomic Energy. Guys, remember that this you know about BARC, Bhabha Atomic Research Center, and you know about Indian Atomic Energy Commission, and you also know many atomic energy agencies, and this comes under Department of Atomic Energy, which is a powerful body and is under the direct control of Prime Minister. So let's discuss regarding that. The Indian Atomic Energy Commission was first set up in August 1948 in the Department of Scientific Research, first of all. Then the Department of Atomic Energy was set up in August 3, 1954 under the direct charge of Prime Minister. Subsequently, The Atomic Energy Commission, which was created in 1948, was brought under the Department of Atomic Energy. The Secretary to the Government of India in the Department of Atomic Energy is ex officio chairman of the Commission. Department of Atomic Energy has been engaged in development of nuclear power technology, application of radiation technologies in the fields of agriculture, medicine, industry and basic research. Significance of East Asia Summit for India. Before moving to that, we'll discuss about APEC. You know APEC, it is also known as Asia Pacific Economic Cooperation, which is an intergovernmental forum for 21 member economies in the Pacific Rim that promotes free trade throughout the Asia Pacific region, and it is headquartered in Singapore, and India is not a member of APEC. But for India, East Asia Summit acts as an alternative to the APEC in which India doesn't enjoy the membership. India's membership to the East Asia Summit is recognition of its fast-growing economic and political clout. Act East policy of India. In order to build multifaceted relations with ASEAN and other multilateral nations and strengthen bilateral relations, India has emphasized upon its Act East policies for which East Asia Summit will prove crucial. Then we'll discuss about the next issue, that is anti-dumping duty on PTA abolished. Before moving to the issue, let's understand what is dumping and then we'll discuss what is anti-dumping. Dumping is a process where company exports a product at a price lower than the price it normally charges in its own home market. Example, suppose you can see China is the country which creates this dumping kind of situation in India. So suppose China is creating a product and with the price of 5 yuan, and this product suppose is sold in China in 8 yuan, and if this product is being sold by China to India, then suppose dumping is there. In that sense, suppose it is selling at 5 yuan to India, so this is known as dumping. Even India is actually a huge market, and lots of product of China can be sold in India, and anyway China is going to get the benefit. So what is this anti-dumping duty? It is a protectionist tariff that a domestic government imposes on foreign imports when it believes they are priced below fair market price. So to save the domestic economy, India try to do this anti-dumping duty. And why it is in news? Because the government of India has abolished anti-dumping duty on a chemical called purified terephthalate acid. It is G is not there, H is there. Terephthalate acid, or which is known as PTA. The same was mentioned by finance minister in her budget speech. PTA is an important raw material, makes up for around 70 to 80% of a polyester product. This anti-dumping duty, this identification of dumping products are done by this Directorate General of Trade Remedies, also known as DGTR. It is an apex national authority under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry for administering all trade remedial measures including anti-dumping, countervailing duties and safeguard measures. Then monoethylene glycol, which is known as MEG, is another such raw material used in the manufacturing of a polyester and is under anti-dumping duty investigation initiated by the DGTR, which is Directorate General of Trade Remedies, recently. Then we'll discuss the next issue, that is Defense Expo 2020. What is it? It is a flagship biennial event of the Ministry of Defense and is being held for the first time in Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh from 5th to 9th February 2020. This is the 11th edition of Defense Expo, a mega defense exhibition. The 10th edition of the event was held at the Chennai, Tamil Nadu in 2018. The main theme of the Defense Expo India 2020 is India, the emerging defense manufacturing hub. Again, I am telling India, the emerging defense manufacturing hub, and the focus will be digital transformation of defense. Defense Expo 2020 promises to bring new technologies, technological solutions where defense manufacturing companies from India and abroad showcase their products and services in defense arena on a single platform. This provides India defense industry an opportunity to promote its export potential. Defense Expo 2020 will showcase the comprehensive spectrum of India's aerospace, defense and security interests. The 5th India-Russia Military Industry Conference. The 5th India-Russia Military Industry Conference will be held on the sidelines of the event. The conference primarily aims at addressing issues related to life cycle support and maintenance of major Russian origin equipment or platform such as Su-30 MKI aircraft, Mi-17 helicopters, MiG-29K aircraft, INS Vikramaditya and T-90 tanks. The next issue is Amrabad Tiger Reserve. Why it is in news? Because Amrabad Tiger Reserve lies in Nallamala hills of Telangana and it is India's second largest tiger reserve, next only to Nagarjuna Sagar Srisailam Tiger Reserve, which is located in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. It has a large presence of Chenchu tribe. We will also discuss about the Chenchu tribe. The Chenchus are the ST in the Indian states of Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Karnataka and Odisha. Many Chenchus live in the dense Nallamala forest of Andhra Pradesh. They are the aboriginal tribe, also known as Adivasis, whose traditional way of life has been based on hunting and gathering. Again, I am saying hunting and gathering are the main activities of Chenchu tribe. The Chenchus speak the Chenchu language, a member of the Dravidian language family. So actually the Chenchu language is in decline due to the interference of outsiders. So that's why it can be in news as well. Let's discuss the next issue, that is World Heritage Site certificates to Jaipur. The Chief Minister of Rajasthan will dedicate the UNESCO World Heritage Site certificate for Jaipur to the people on 5th February 2020. The world city of Jaipur, famous for its grid plan based architecture and buildings constructed with a pink facade, was declared a World Heritage Site by UNESCO in July 2019. A brochure on intangible heritage promotion project would also be released. What is intangible heritage promotion project? It is signed between the Tourism Department of Rajasthan and UNESCO and aims at developing 10 new cultural tourism destinations in the state. It would be implemented during the next 3 years at a cost of 7.5 crore rupees. It will directly benefit about 1500 artists in the districts such as Jodhpur, Barmar, Jaisalmer and Bikaner, known for folk music and traditional handicrafts. Let's discuss the evolution of Jaipur. It was founded in 1727 AD by the then Kachawaha Rajput ruler of Amber, Soy Jai Singh II. This name is very, very important. And it also serves as the capital city of the state of Rajasthan. The city was established on the plains and built according to the grid plan interpreted in the light of Vedic architecture. The city's urban planning shows an exchange of ideas from ancient Hindu and modern Mughal as well as Western cultures. The iconic monuments in the city include the Govind Dev Temple, City Palace, Jantar Mantar and Hawa Mahal. Jaipur has become the second city of the country after Ahmedabad to get the recognition of the World Heritage Site. So as far Ahmedabad and Jaipur has got this World Heritage Site status. Let's discuss the prelim question which I asked in prelim 2019. Consider the following statements. Under Ramsar Convention, it is mandatory on the part of the government of India to protect and conserve all the wetlands in the territory of India. It is not all the wetlands, it is to protect those wetlands which are there in the Ramsar lists. As for now, 37 Ramsar sites are there in India. So option 1 would be wrong. So if we eliminate option A and option D would be eliminated in that manner. Second option is The Wetlands Conservation and Management Rules 2010 were framed by the Government of India based on the recommendations of the Ramsar Convention. It is a correct statement. So option B, by if you don't know even option C, then option B would be the correct answer, because option 2 already the correct answer. The Wetlands Conservation and Management Rules 2010 also encompass the drainage areas of the catchment regions of the wetlands as determined by the authority. It is also a correct statement. So option B is the right answer. So let's discuss the question which are asked in Prelim 2019. In the context of which one of the following are the terms pyrolysis and plasma gasification mentioned? Options are extraction of rare earth elements, natural gas extraction technologies, hydrogen fuel based automobiles, and waste to energy technologies. What is this pyrolysis? Actually, it is a thermal decomposition of derivatives or waste products under inert condition or under the absence of oxygen. So this is your pyrolysis. And plasma gasification also kind of same thing, and it is an extreme thermal process using plasma which converts organic matter into a synthesis gas which is primarily made of hydrogen and carbon monoxide. This is your plasma gasification. So these are actually related to waste to energy technologies. So option D is the correct answer. So these things were in the Hindu primarily in 2019. That's why it was asked in prelim. So guys, current affair is very important. And guys, remember that we are providing previous questions, 4 questions especially, basing on those topics which we are covering. And if you solve that question, it will be immensely help you in prelims. Please try to solve the questions, and answer key would be provided at the end. Thank you guys, have a nice day.